Well, time to go to bed. It's late. I should get some rest. Sleep. Oh, how many? Oh, so it like just jumps forward a few weeks and she doesn't do anything in between. Got it. She could still do some rudimentary research. Come on. Mr. Struckerin, a few more letters for you. Take care. Thank you, sir. Safe travels. First letter is from Reverend Matthew. Ah, Rudiger's still with him. That's cute. Ah, they look well distinguished. Mr. Struckerin, I was not acquainted with your family during my years at Kiersau. Even so, I remember your father was one of the townsfolk who prevented the peasantry from burning us alive. I am not overly inclined to assist the people of Tassing in their endeavors to catalogue the origins of the abbey they destroyed. However, it was a long time ago. In the interests of posterity and Christian charity, I will tell you what I recall. Sometime after the Romans left, Christians settled in the region and built Kiersau Abbey on the ruins of the fortress. The abbey was founded by a nobleman of the Kiersau family. She was born in patron and its first abbess. Perhaps 2 centuries ago, Kiersau changed to be run by an abbot. I do not know the reason, but many other double monasteries did likewise around the same time. They have been done out of fear of being shut down, as double monasteries were frowned upon by the Pope. Sadly, that is the extent of my knowledge. Your neighbors put any other records about the abbey to the torch. The Arsit Historia Kiersis. This thus burned the history of Kiersau. While we cannot change the past, I have heard the Sisters of the Poor Clares have formed a new chapter at the abbey. I can only hope that their love of apostolic poverty has not driven them to impoverish the shrine of St. Moritz. Apostolic poverty. St. Moritz, let's see, Christian doctrine that calls for followers to live without owning personal property, accumulating money. While it was condemned by the Catholic Church as heretical, its defenders claim their practices are based on the lives of Christ and the apostles are described in Scripture. Yep. Assuming they have not signed the contents of Kiersau's former occupants to a bonfire, you may find something there. It's hard to be overjoyed at the news of your neighbor's late regrets. Many of the injuries inflicted 18 years ago will never heal. Regret cannot undo what has been done, but we can all find redemption through Christ. We must pray for love and reconciliation in the days ahead. In the end, that is all that matters. Winter comes swiftly. Huguenots and Lutherans plague my homeland. Oh right, because he's from France, right? A group of French Calvinists known for their vocal and sometimes violent opposition to the Catholic Church. Wasn't there a massacre that came around sometime soon? Like, so Lord, you still live in a land ruled by the one true church. Right, he's French, but I accidentally gave him a German accent. Oh boy. Oh boy. I hope this has been of some help to you and yours. May God keep and protect you. The Most Reverend Matthew Foncini Saud, Archdeacon of Sion. Ah, another reply from Esther. Oh, Magdalene. I'm terribly sorry to hear about your father. My parents send their deepest condolences. If we can provide you anything from Prague, you need only send word. I know we are further away than is easy to travel, but I will see what we can do what Hashem allows. Hashem. Literally the name in Hebrew. This is a way to refer to God indirectly to an informal conversation writing. Father says that he remembers no one who'd want to harm your father. Yet the night I was born, he remembers great strife in town. Perhaps there is old blood over depicting the night of the revolt? That is all he could suggest. Pray for you and your father every day in our offerings. Hashem will make all things right in the end. Time. He will exact justice on the culprit. I am encouraged to hear that the town council let you continue the mural at all. Guilds here would protect you right to complete a job, especially once a contract has been reached. Give the men of council too much grace. Why should you be forced to settle for their old ways of thinking? Live in a new age. An age where art and science have come together. An age when all may read the works of the great sages in their own language. Truly, when your father recovers, I urge you to come visit me in Prague. But I am glad you found some joy in your work on the mural. We are all well here. Elisha has been carving a new set of wood cuttings, and father has agreed to a new contract with the university. I found Simon. His family didn't move far away after all. Planning on working as a doctor in the city once the expulsion order ends. His parents have been meeting with mother and father quite often now. So I hope that I will be sending good news in my next letter. With Hashem's help. Please inform us of your father's condition in your next letter. Be well. Esther. That's all the letters I have for now. I should head home and check on Dad. Morning, Magdalene. I am here, right on time. I hope you are well. Well enough. How's my dad? That is what we're about to discuss. How are you feeling, Klaus? His fever broke at dawn this morning. That's good news, right? All things in time. Still feel weak. Dizziness has not receded. My head continues to spin whenever I try to sit or stand up for too long. Occasionally I have struck with sudden and severe headaches. Damage runs deeper than I first thought. Let me be honest here with both of you. I am worried. Circumstances are not unfolding into our benefit. Klaus, your health is not mending. Perhaps it is due to your age, perhaps... We have passed numerous critical days with no change for the better. Meanwhile, the winter draws closer and I am running low on medical supplies. The roads in town likely snowed in, especially the pass. Supply shipments will not arrive for months. You ask Gertrude for help? I have. Really? Things must really be dire. They are not insignificant. It has been a difficult year. Even with the patrols in Bavaria, many merchants have been struck by bandits. French troops have periodically raided the western holdings of our empire. With the fall of Esztergom and Székesfehérvár to the Ottoman Turks, many trade routes from the east have been cut. The pillage of Nice by Barbarossa's corsairs and our losses in Italy have also put us into a predicament in the south. Man, I forgot, like, the 1500s were a tumultuous time for the Holy Roman Empire. As always, we suffer from the wars of others. The Empire struggles, but can't you gather supplies around here? I'll do what I can, but our options are limited. Wish I already had a copy of Versalius's De Corporis Fabrica. In the meantime, Klaus, Magdalene, pray to God. I must take my leave. I will come by again next week. I thank you, Dr. Stoltz. I thank you as well. I am only doing what I meant to do for this town. Stay out of trouble, Magdalene. He worries too much. I'll be alright. Want anything to eat before I leave for the day? I'm working on the next section of the mural today. I'm not so hungry right now. I'll be alright. Letters from the Archdeacon. Yes, that's right. What did you learn from him? Didn't seem to have much to say. He was still upset about the Abbey's destruction. He did say the Abbey was founded by a noble woman after the Romans left. Everything else burned in the fire. How unfortunate. I know the brothers kept careful records of the monastery. So much lost in one night. The Archdeacon did suggest the poor Clares might have held onto some of the records from the convent. I should be able to learn more about Tassing's Christian history there. Excellent place to start, Magdalene. Sister Gertrude doesn't come out of the convent much, but I think it's worth asking her. Maybe Father Thomas knows something too. I should talk to him. If I recall correctly, the miller's wife was a long family history in Tassing. Oh, Else! Oh, Anna, right. Not Else anymore, because Paul is a miller now. She may know something of the local history that the others have forgotten. Else? I thought she moved here when she was married. She doesn't have any relatives in town. Not anymore. Age, illness, and marriage took the rest of her family. The Caviezel's used to live all up and down this valley. Talk to her, I will. Thanks, Dad. Maybe someone remained in the Abbey's ruins. I should definitely see what's left. Magdalene, careful, those are dangerous. I won't go far into them, Dad, just to take a look. Alright, wear a scarf too. It's getting cold out now. I feel it in my bones. Don't worry, Dad. I'll see you tonight, alright? Alright, good luck. Alright. Time for another day of investigating. Investigating the Christian history of this town. And the pagan history. I think I'm okay with, like, the decision I made overall. I don't want to be... I might be more inflammatory as we go on, but, like, who knows. Let's start by going south this time. Go talking to these people, seeing if they have anything to say. Okay, Brigitta doesn't have anything. Oh, Wojslav might know something. Wojslav and Matilda, Wojslav and Matilda might know something. See what they have to say. Oh, what are they making? Also, journal entry. Currently the Archdeacon of Sion. So, Rudiger did not get, like, an entry. Interesting. So you saw him. Oh, to be fair, though, Magdalene would not have met him, so... But that's interesting, too. I remember the Historia Tassi... I don't know Latin, but I know enough of, like, languages and stuff that... And what they were saying that... I kind of feel like I have one of the twists of the game. Like, those statues that they... and plinths they think are for St. Moritz and St. Perchta are actually for Diana and Mars, I think. And it's curious, what was the Otto Zimmerman head? Because that's a plot point that we haven't come back up to yet, though. Oh, bless you, Magdalene. So they don't have anything to say. Nothing to say here. This part of the game is a little bit more linear, but it is interesting seeing the ways that it... But I'm guessing it's fine to be a little bit more linear here because of the fact that, like, it's kind of the culmination of how people have reacted through the 25 years the game takes place. But it's interesting to see. Simon... Nope. Hans, do you have another awkward conversation for me? Yes. Hello, Magdalene. Hello, Hans. Do you need something? How are you doing? Fine enough. Weather's getting colder. And the family? Healthy and hardworking. Simon's taking care of the winter provisions. He's a good boy. Proud of him. And you know how beautiful and kind-hearted Yutta is. Just like her mother. I don't know how I got so lucky. It's a miracle. She will marry a good man soon, sure. You have someone in mind? That young Oates is a good man. I've noticed. I'm not so sure about him. His eyes seem to wander. He's unmarried, after all. All the same, when Yutta has children one day, they'll be beautiful and kind like their mother. There are worse things to be, I guess. I did my best to raise her right, but her best qualities are all Helvig. Give yourself a little credit, Hans. Kind of you to say, Magdalene. I should get back to it until later. Till then. Not much there. Eddie and Yuta. Good. Let's see if the Gertners have anything to say. Ill Peter. Nope. Hey, Georg? Nope. Did you guys manage to push that hinge plan forward? It's been a couple weeks now. Veronica? Nope. Clara? Hello, Magdalene, dear. How are you? How's Klaus? It's hard to know for certain. One day he seems well, and the next second hardly understand his words. Oh, Magdalene, I'll keep praying for you both. Both of you deserve the best. Life's been hard enough for you already. Let me know if you need any help around the house. I'd be happy to help. Oh, thank you, Clara. That's very kind of you. I've been so busy in the rat house I've let the house go a bit. Not to worry, I'll come by and help. Besides, then we can chat and chatter makes chores pass quickly. With all my children up and grown and no husband to care for anymore, I've got to make myself useful somehow. Why, yours is still in the house though, isn't he? Oh yes, but he's a grown man with children of his own. He and Veronica are capable of caring for their own household now. Eva is taking care of Otz, and Ursula and Fabian have their own life together. Don't need me anymore. But isn't that a good thing? You sound sad. Ah, well, I suppose I am. Thank God that my children are all grown and prospering. But I do feel there's been something missing in my life. So many years of tending to them and maintaining a home, I don't know what else to do. You could always find something new to do. Keep busy by helping Gret in the bakery or something. Georg has been telling me to rest more, but you're right. I'd rather keep busy as long as there's life left in these old bones. Well, that's settled. I'll come over to help around the house soon, alright? I'll see you then, Clara. God bless you, Magdalene. Alright. So, at least a little bit of conversation. Hey, Andreas. Nothing from Andreas. Resi, anything? Good morning, Mr. Struckerin. Okay. Oh, nothing from them. There's Artemis. Hello, Magdalene. Ots is doing okay. Hi, Blacktail. Sorry I didn't use your stuff, but... oh well. Eva... Christina! Magda! Hello, Christina. Did you see the froggies on Sunday? I think everyone saw the frogs, Christina. They were all over the church. Oh yeah, Artemis and Apollo's prank. I've never seen so many together before. Father Thomas was so angry, but I think it's funny. Mommy says the twins did it, and they're an example of children who don't follow the 10 Commandments. The 10 Commandments! Well, everyone makes mistakes. That's why we confess our sins and do penance. Does that mean that they won't get in trouble with God? The only ones they'll get in trouble with is their parents and Father Thomas. I don't think God cares about sneaking frogs into church. Oh, good. I like them. Even if adults have to scold them. Mom scolds me sometimes too when I do something bad. That's why I try to listen to her and behave and say my prayers. Smart girl, Christina. Thanks, Magda. Mommy says so too. Ah, I love kids. The kids in this game are adorable. I like kids in general. In general, in real life too, I like kids. I think kids are great. I just don't want any myself. And in that way, I think that's kind of blended into how I portray Magdalene too. Hey, Magda. Come to admire a well-chiseled craftsman at his best. Oh, where? I can't see one. Ouch. I suppose I stepped into that one. Have you come to see the repairs I've been doing, then? To tell the truth, it's not going as well as I'd hoped. That seems to be the issue. I assumed I'd hit a snag either when it came to the stone or the tool. My lack of artistic skill. But it's more than that. It's like, in my head, I can't see the right way. Grandpa always said stonemasons are honest craftsmen. That I can amount to more than, well, my fraud of a father, Jobst or whatever his real name was. I didn't even know him, but I still feel that I have to make up for his crimes, his mistakes. So I try, but I don't actually know how. I don't know if what I do is what I should do. What do you mean? Well, I like being a stonemason, but it's harder now that Grandpa's passed. I have to work harder just to get things right, and make a lot of mistakes. It makes me wonder if I should give it up and farm like Hans and Simon. Grandma even offered to sponsor an apprenticeship under a master stonemason. But an apprenticeship seems so frivolous compared to focusing on solid stonework to help the town. Agnes is offering Kraft a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Is that really what he needs, or will compare him to his father? Shouldn't leave passing. Maybe you should do what you enjoy most. If you enjoy it, it has to be right. Isn't that putting your own comfort over what needs to be done? It's not that simple. Enjoyable and necessary things often overlap. So, still, I can't help it but worry. What if I put all that effort into it, but it turns out to be flawed and worthless? Ultimately, there's no such thing. Anything and everything we create has some meaning. I've got such confidence. Did you get that from Klaus? I shouldn't give up before I've made a proper effort, right? I think you ought to take that apprenticeship. You'll honor Lucky's memory and prove to everyone that you aren't like your father. You'll be your own man. You're right. I can't keep bringing up a past I've never even lived through. I should tell Grandma I've made up my mind. I'll take the apprenticeship and become Tassing's master stonemason. Well, thanks for listening to me, Magdalene. Friends are for, right? Well, work beckons. Father Thomas asked me to reinforce the walls of the church. To be honest, I'd like to reuse stones from the ruins of the Abbey, but Father Thomas forbids it. Unseemly. It's just quality stone going to waste. I don't get it. A burnt ruin of an abbey is still a religious site. And I personally, and in the back of my mind, I don't personally care, but I can see why Thomas would. Also, I mean, it'd be recycling stone that's been recycled over and over and over again for a very long time. As is the church, so it'd only be like stones from one holy building to another. Alright, stay well. Until later, Magdalene. Until then, Kraft. Alright. Hollow. Hello, Agnes. Nothing to say. Okay. Hollow? Nothing to say. Okay. Goblin Bakery. Hello, Gretz. Do you have anything? Nope. Let's go. To the rat house. Oh, we'll go to the rat house. So we have, oh, they have the two parts of the mural that I've already done. Oh, right, that would make sense that Magdalene focused on painting those first before looking on the Christian history. So that must have been, that was the 2 weeks that it took. Okay. Let's talk to Baltazar. Hello, Baltus. Do you have a moment? Only one, I'm afraid. What can I do for you? I came across a book about the history of Tassing, and I was hoping you could help me read it. Oh no, not today. I'm far too busy for that at the moment. Nazu and I have our hands full preparing the Christmas ale, you see. Of course, sorry to bother you. Not at all. Apologies, I couldn't be of more help. Oh, that sucks. Ciao, Magdalene. Magdalene. Hello, Nazio. Nazio, how are you? Ah, I am well. The winter is approaching quickly, no? What is it you say here? Urkta pinching at your nose? You've caught on to our customs quickly. Yes, yes, Baltus is a good teacher. He has explained many of your funny Bavarian sayings to me. I must admit, they are rather charming, even if the language is a bit rough to my tongue. We'll be staying in Tassing long enough to learn more of our funny sayings. Ah, I should return to Genoa soon, but Baltus and I still have some business to conduct. It has taken longer than I anticipated to complete. His accounts are complex. I may be forced to remain a few more weeks. Dio knows. It must be so difficult for you to be so far away from home for so long. Baltus has made me most welcome, so I am in no particular rush. I only wish to return to Genoa before any heavy snowfall. Otherwise, my journey will take twice as long. I'll let you get back to work then. Grazie, Magdalene. Until later. You seem like a good pair. Although a lot of the characters that are introduced in this season, chapter, I don't think are as well fleshed out. Oh, whoops! I was going to talk to Stoltz again. Why do I keep saying Stoltz? There's no SH in there. It's just ST. Stoltz. Stoltz. Hello, Magdalene. Can I help you? Hello, Dr. Stoltz. I have a book here, and I can't read it very well. I was wondering if you could help me translate it. If you bring it after Christmas, I may be able to help. I have too much to do right now. I can't spare that much time. Oh, I understand. Sorry, Magdalene. Until later? Till then. Damn, not a single person has time to look at to help me translate the Tassia Historia. Even though I know basically all the vital information that they want me to learn has already been told, I'm guessing, because of how it's presented. Rucker House. Maybe Father Thomas knows something. Father Thomas. There. Better get out of here before Father wait, what? That's a bug. That's not supposed to be there. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Father Thomas. Do you have a moment? Of course. What can I help you with? I wanted to ask you about Tassing's saints. I'd like to represent them in the rat house. I'm thrilled to hear it. The saints will make a wonderful centerpiece for the mutants. Let's make a deal. I listen No, not as a centerpiece, simply as part of Tassing's history. Of course. I consider our saints to be central to Tassing's history. Kiersau's too. But you know there is one saint you're overlooking. Contemplate this. Why, the Blessed Virgin, of course. Mary. Many people forget that Mary is the greatest saint. And she visited one of the peasants here in Tassing centuries ago. What, really? True. Centuries ago, a farmer in the fields behind us had 3 visions of Mary. The first, she told him that she wanted him to tell the Bishop of Freising that she had appeared. The peasant traveled down to Freising, but the bishop would not see or hear him. That's not a short trip. Certainly is not, but the peasant had received a holy vision. What else could one do in the face of a divine revelation? When you put it that way. Peasant returned to Tassing and had another vision in the field. Virgin showed him a pattern, a labyrinth. She told him to draw it on a sheet of birch bark and bring the drawing to the Bishop of Freising. Why didn't you just give him the labyrinth the first time? The bishop attempted to turn the peasant away and just completely ignores it, but he could see the drawing of the labyrinth in his hands. It was the same image that the bishop had seen in a dream 3 nights earlier. He met with the peasant, who told him of the 2 apparitions he had seen in Tassing. The The bishop was moved by the peasant's story, and he came here, to Tassing. Bishop came here? Did? It's the only time the bishop has ever come to Tassing. And when the bishop came, Mary appeared to both of them. He told the farmer that the town needed to build this church. Told the bishop to support the town. I had no idea that's where all this came from. It's not a story I tell much anymore. I suppose the people here think of Moritz and Satya, their connection to this place. Satya, right, not Saint Satya, not Saint Perkta. I got confused because I keep hearing about Perkta. Mary is such a core part of their prayers that they forget about our particular Mary. But in any case, our Lord Lady's demands were clear, so the bishop helped fund the creation of this church. People of Tassing have been using it ever since. When was the painting made? I'm not sure. Maybe 100 years ago? Maybe 300. Of course, I couldn't tell you the artist, unfortunately. But it's been here as long as anyone can remember. Thank you for the story, Father Thomas. Have I convinced you to include the saints prominently in the mural? I'm still considering it. Well, if deliberation fails you, perhaps you will find that prayer gives you greater clarity. God bless you in your work, Magdalene. God bless you, Father Thomas. Okay. It's extra interesting. Oh, it's a labyrinth. Mary, Mother of Jesus. Her painting has been here as long as I can remember. With a labyrinth. This game is a labyrinth sometimes. Let's go up to the mill. Before the mill go, let's go to the outer farms. Oh, hey, Ursula! Fabian. Ursula! Hi, Magda. Need something? Maybe. I'm looking into the history of Tassing. Grandpa said he told you a lot of things about the old ones. Can you recall anything? Yes, of course. Of course. Fortunate that both my grandfather and Ottilia taught me what they knew. Her mind was still so sharp even up until the end. Sharp tongue too, as I recall. She would not suffer fools, true. What do you remember from them? Grandpa told me all sorts of charms and things to do to protect against evil. But I imagine you're not interested in that. He said that it was Perkta who protected the forest from witches, not St. John. St. John and his saints God and his saints have dominion over the town and the abbey. Perkta still watches over all of our wild places. What about St. Satya? Grandpa believes in the saints just as he believes in Perkta. He said that Perkta's powers shone in certain places and times. There is no conflict for dominion between her and the saints. I see. Tilia knew all these old chants in another language. Told me what they meant, but she couldn't translate them, I suppose. It had to do with Perkta, but also a god and St. Moritz. So where did they come from? Didn't know, but I think I figured it out I figured it out after she passed. There were some people coming through town, and I heard them speaking their language. Didn't quite sound like the words Attilia used, but close. They said that St. Moritz was the patron of their home, too. Really? Where were they from? Graubünden. They were Swiss. They said there was a holy spring in their town that had been blessed by St. Moritz. Odd. How did Ottilia know their language? She always said that their grandparents passed the chants on to her. But she claimed all the people in Tassing used to know them generations ago. Maybe we weren't always the people here. What do you mean? Maybe we came from somewhere else. Our families, I mean. But people have been in Tassing since before the Romans came. That's what I've heard. People say the mine has been here forever. But Oh, I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense of things. Maybe there's no sense to be made of it. I don't know if any of that is useful to you. Glad Ursula told me all of this, but I can't imagine Father Thomas approves. It would probably be worse if an Inquisitor heard about some of the things she believes. You should probably warn her not to be too picky in who she talks to about the old ways. Even if it isn't useful, it's interesting. Good. Not everyone appreciates hearing about these things. I know. You should be careful, Ursula. Why? Not everyone is as open-minded as I am. I just don't want you to get in trouble. Alright, well, I appreciate the concern. Thank you for your help. Anytime. I'll see you later. Till then. I like Ursula. I'm glad I've gotten to see her grow up. She doesn't seem to necessarily like her life, it seems like, but it's something at least. Hey, Paul. Hello, Magdalene. Andreas. Magdalene! It's so sweet that he named his son after Andreas, too. Oh, bless you, Magdalene. Hello, Anna. How are you? Oh, keeping busy. There's always plenty to do around the house. How is the mural coming? Paul mentioned your progress is quite impressive. I'm making steady progress. I think I'll be finished just before the new year. Oh, how wonderful. I'll have to bring Andreas and Ulrich by some time to see your progress. You won't get in your way, of course. I'm sure they'd love to hear about the process. You're all more than welcome, but watch your step. There's plaster everywhere. I've just mixed a new batch to keep the wall moist. It's hard to maintain the right texture when it's so cold out. Oh, I can imagine. I had a similar problem when I helped my mother in the bakery. Rolling dough in winter, it's such trouble. We had to throw out so many batches that wouldn't rise. Your discipline is admirable, Magdalene. You know, I was a real rascal back in the day. Skipped on work with my parents more times than I can count. So hardworking, Anna. I can't imagine you making trouble. It is funny to consider, isn't it? I was a thief and a scoundrel. This was a story I didn't come across. That's fascinating. Started with cakes from my mother's table, still hot from the oven. Soon it was silverware, mugs, trinkets I found around the town. Oh god, she was a klepto. Ulrich's little hat once even belonged to Andreas Maler, your father. That's where I recognize the hat! Your father's friend. I stole it from... Said, right! Oh, right, that is true. When she was a little kid, she took it right off his head when we were having the lunch with Sebat, the Ethiopian priest. I forgot that was her. Of course, stealing is against the commandments, Lord's commandments. So my father would make me return everything if I hadn't eaten it already and marched me to church to pray. Father Thomas grew accustomed to seeing me more often than Sunday mornings. What changed? I grew out of the habit over time. I think I started to see why my parents had such a devotion to the Lord. Stealing was my way of acting out. But when the troubles started in town, I realized that my thieving wasn't doing any good. Not to mention, I saw what happened to Martin Bauer. I decided I'd rather honor my father and mother as God commands. He gives me grace with Andreas and Ulrich on the hard days. The rest of the town, too. I think everyone can learn from your example, Anna. Or, I think Ulrich would be proud. Thank you, Magdalene. That means more than you know. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure you have plenty of mural work to do. See you later, Anna. God bless you, Magdalene. Hey, Ulrich. Doesn't have anything to say, but I do have to talk to Else. Magdalene, dear, what brings you to the hill? Up the hill? Dad suggested I ask your family for the ask about your family for the mural. He said your sister used to tell him about your family history. Your family name was Caviezel, right? Oh. Not a soul in town has asked me about my family in years. I was beginning to think my neighbors had forgotten us. I am not surprised your father remembers the convenience. He was sweet on my sister before he met your mother. I am the last of us left now. What happened to your family? My elder sister married out of the town to a man in Innsbruck. I was told she died of a fever shortly after giving birth to her son. So sorry. Yes, well, it was a long time ago. I wish I could have attended her through her birth and healing, but Leonard needed me at home. I lost my brother too that year. What happened to him? So strange. Kicked himself while shearing the sheep. 3 days later, his arm swelled up, and a black ulcer settled into the. Didn't pain him, at least at first. He took the fever and passed in his sleep. The town didn't have a doctor at the time. No one knew what to do. Awful. Yes, well, we have Dr. Stoltz now, for all the good he does us. Your parents? You mean to put this all in the mural, Magdalene? No, I'm just curious. I'd like to know you better. Ah. My father. Temper led him down dark roads. The parents struggled to love each other as husband and wife should. God called them back to heaven. There's not much else to say. In any case, my grandfather told me the Convicts have lived in Tassing for hundreds of years. Perhaps even 1,000, though it seems impossible to imagine a time so long. Ursula thinks the families who arrived after the Romans came from somewhere else. Not Bavaria, like we think. That's ridiculous. Ursula's family may well not be Bavarian, but mine is. Who gave her that idea? It was something Ottilia Kemperin told her, that her family once knew Old Chants in a different tongue. Chants that she later learned from Swiss pilgrims might have been Romansch. Spoken in Switzerland, dominantly in the canton of Graubünden, Romansch language developed from a blend of vulgar Latin and early German. Oh, interesting. Well, I would not trust Swiss pilgrims to tell me my heritage. I am not a bitter old witch who hates the church, the town, and all the people in it. No doubt she would have loved for us to think everything we know about ourselves is wrong. I'm just telling you what she told me. Alright, consider it heard. I don't mean to be short with you, Magdalene. When I think of the ancient Caviezel's driven from their land only to find it again through Christ, they feel nearer to me. Do you understand? I think so. It's like when my dad tells me stories about courting my mom. I don't remember her face, but when he tells me about her smile, I can almost recall it. Yes, it doesn't matter whether you really remember. When I sing my sister's favorite songs to Ulrich, I may not know all the words anymore. That's alright. Just as I may not know exactly how the Caviezel's resettled Tassing. What matters is that I feel close to her, and them, even though they are so far from me now. That is what stories are for, Magda. Now go on. You've got a mural to complete. Thank you, Else. You've given me much to consider. God bless you, Magdalene, dear. Alright, so that's another aspect of the town I could think on. Alright, making good progress. Head to the meadow. Martha and Carl. Hey, Magda. It's still so beautiful here, Martha. One more moment. Alright, take your time. Oh, hello, Magdalene. Dad, look who it is. Morning, Mistress Druckerin. Hello, Martha. Carl, how are you today? On our usual walk around town, November hasn't grown too cold yet. Dr. Stoltz says Dad needs to keep using the leg or the pain will get worse. And I'm getting old, Not so old you can sit around at home telling stories. Listen to your daughter, Carl. You young girls think you're my keeper, is that it? I've always been your keeper, Dad. No argument from me there. Sounds like you have Martha to thank for your health. I thought that's what Werner and ghastly tools were. And leeches. God, the leeches. Where does he even find them around here? I have no idea. Horrible. Cold and wriggling just like the doctor's fingers. Dad. He's the kind of man I wish Anton would have grown up to be. Ah, Anton, my poor boy. It's alright, Dad. Sorry. I'm sorry, Carl. It's not your fault, Magdalene. Just a babe, then. I can't. My fault that he died. It's not, Dad. You know it's not. He shouldn't have been with me that night. He shouldn't have. I was a fool. What happened? I know I was there, but all I remember is the flames. The fire it was. The whole abbey engulfed. It's bleeding. Anton tried to drag me out of the fight. Then that godforsaken Landsknecht stepped between us. I hope he burns in hell. Was it Samuel the Landsknecht? I can't even imagine what it was like. How old were you during the revolt, Martha? 7 or so. I didn't understand what was happening. Someone brought Dad home in the middle of the night. It was dark, confusing. There was screaming outside. Mom and a couple other men brought Dad in, were trying to patch up the wound, but it wouldn't stop bleeding. She kept shouting, "Where's Anton? Where's Anton?" There was blood on the floor. Cried so much you threw up. Couldn't get you to stop. I couldn't understand where Anton had gone. Dad tried to explain, but... Martha, here, enough of that. Sorry. How did you go on? Did I? I don't know. Yeah, something like that would leave deep, deep scars, especially at a time when, like, therapy was not necessarily something that was something that happened. Some nights I think I'm still there. The abbey is still burning. PTSD. My Helena passed not long after. I was left alone with Martha to care for. Wait for him. I had to keep going for Martha. Somehow my daughter grew into a wonderful woman despite it all. I suppose that was all Helena's doing. Dad, if I'm any good because of you. Thank you for telling me about the night, Carl. Martha. Time doesn't heal, Magdalene, but it does dull the ache. It's time we continued with the walk, Dad. Yes, dear, I'm feeling much more alive now. Be well, you two. That is be very traumatic. Why, Mags? Sorry I can't talk for long right now. Hi, Killian. What's keeping you so busy? Oh, you know, it's almost December. Preparing for the festivities is hard work. Mom and Dad need my help. They're not as spry as they used to be. I know how that is. Dad's not as quick as he used to be, even when he's not bedridden. Still no idea who attacked him. No. He'll be fine, though, right? Dr. Stoltz told me not to get my hopes up. Because he's a doctor doesn't mean he knows everything. Sure, you're taking good care of him. I bet he can't wait to see that mural. How's the mural coming along, anyway? Anyway, one step at a time. Learning about the history of Tassing is a challenge. Or at least you can read all well enough to learn more of the history. I'm still struggling a bit. Just keep learning, Killian. All will. Oh, I'm sorry, Magdalene. I really have to get back to work. Be well. Poor Killian. Can't imagine being in a world where like half the people you know don't even know how to read. Good morning, Magdalene. What brings you and I'm on my way to the Abbey. I thought it'd be helpful to explore the ruins from Hero. Lots of history to be uncovered there. Out. Find yourself in that place. Could collapse any day now. Don't worry, I'll watch my step. Be sure you do. I'd hate to have to tell Klaus I saw you last if you don't return. Say, Magdalene, would you mind doing me a favor on your way back to town? Hannah's birthday is coming up, and I asked Gret to make her something special. Gillian and I have our hands full here, so I was hoping you might pick it up. Of course, I'd be happy to help. Credit to your mother, Magdalene. Thank you. I'll have some of Baltus's fresh brew set aside for you back. Best yet. I'll stop by the Albans on my way back from the Abbey. I'll stop by the Albans straight away. Don't rush on my account. I appreciate it all the same. Be well, Magdalene. Till later. I might as well go do it real quick. I'm still in this part of town before I go off to, like, the / the Abbey of town. Like, right, like, a couple screens away. I could just do that real quick. Oh, bless you, Magdalene, darling. And you as well, Gret. Nico sent me to fetch Hannah's birthday gift. Ah, of course, I have it right here. I'm rather happy with how it came out. One of my best, I think. Ulrich would have been proud. I've always loved your pastries. They're delicious. All the process needs is plenty of love and care put into it. And God's grace. And honey. Off you go, then. Nico is waiting. Give them my best. Till later. Alright, and we go back. Back we go. Small town. Supposed to apparently be bigger according to some of the Josh Sawyer interviews. That's not where I wanted to go. Oh well, I can still go to the meadow this way. I like that. It's interesting that we can't even go to the ruins anymore. The aqueduct anymore. It didn't take it long at all, Nico. Good to see you, Magdalene. You able to stop by the Albans? I have Hannah's pastry here. Gret sends her best wishes. Perfect. Hannah will love this. Thank you, Magdalene. It's the little things, you know. Hannah told me you asked my dad for advice once. No point denying it, I suppose. Dad's a stoic one, but he has his wisdoms. No, we haven't always been good to each other, me and Hannah. But after the revolt, it's had to change. I try to find ways to show her I appreciate her now. Golden Head would fall down. It's like a lot of work. Marriage? Sure, but so is anything worth doing. And I don't want to be alone in heaven. Haha. I've kept you too. Thank you again for the help, Magdalene. Till later, Nico. I wonder what I'm curious what this all would look like if it weren't for the fact that if I'd chosen Hannah over this. It's a curious idea to think about. That's just more to see better days. The forest. The woods. I must begin the journey. Into the woods to Smokey's house. Hello, Magdalene. Luxlav, nothing from them. Nothing from them. Fate Satya. It literally is just Diana. Like it's the bow, it's the deer, everything. Like it's not hard to tell. Anything over here? Got a boar got shot at by an asshole. I don't have any reason to go back. Besides, I'm too busy with the mural. Alright. Up we go. Up we go to the Priory and the Abbey. Some of these.